Hi, and welcome to Tanesha's Tips.
Say it's Tanesha's tip. Coming all three speakers. Good honest reviews, book shows, and the movies all getting featured. They all getting featured. Say it's Tanesha's tip. Coming all three speakers. Good honest reviews, book shows, and the movies all getting featured. Yeah. It's your girl Tanesha, straight magic. The greatest book reviews, let's get at it. She not here to offend, she just honest. Bringing words that may leave you astonished. And plus she do shows. She cover all like hands, knees, and toes. Don't lollygag, no, she just roll. Then it's on to the next one, on to a fresh one. Ooh. Ha. Said it's on to the next one, on to a fresh one. Tanesha's tip, coming all three speakers. Good honest reviews, book shows, and the movies all getting featured. Said it's Tanesha's tip, coming all three speakers. Good honest reviews, book shows, and the movies all getting featured. Yeah. Hey. It ain't for the clout, it's honest. See the truth when you look beyond it. Book shows, not to mention movies. She give or take in a great way, you'll see. Check it out, see if you agree. If you vibe, guess it's meant to be. And baby, you don't even need the script. Learn it all with Tanesha's tips. Tanesha's tip, coming all three speakers. Yeah. Good honest reviews, book shows, and the movies all getting featured.
Today, I'm going to give you a little synopsis of the movie Divorce in Black by Tyler Perry that's on Amazon Prime. So, I watched this on Saturday, the day after it came out. And I had heard a little bit about, some people's reviews. Some people said, oh, this is a great movie. And some people was like, you know. I want to go into it like with just a clean slate and see what was going on. So I'm going to give you my real opinion on what I thought as I was watching. So I thought that the beginning of the movie um, gave you like I don't know, it had me feeling a little bit weird because it was kind of like, okay, we're in the church, where are we going? And first it was going good, then all of a sudden it just took a huge U-turn. And just the events, I mean, funerals always have some kind of climactic, dramatic scene in them somewhere, right? But this was just something totally I had never seen or never would have thought of. So my whole thing was, who thought of this? Like, seriously? First of all, the mom, she got up and she basically said that she didn't need their donated clothes and she wasn't a charity case. So she decided to strip in church.
The epitome of girl, your slip is showing.
Then, after she said her piece and she blamed her daughter-in-law, she decides, "Oh, we don't need this. We're gonna take the body somewhere else." And then proceeds to tell her remaining sons and family members to take the body out of the casket. Now, who does that? Now, I've seen people jump in the casket and yeah, try to pull them out because they're grief stricken, but not actually take the body out of the casket and carry the body. Like, it was just a lot.
Girl, what?
I said, ooh, who thought about this? Who thought this up? I mean, if this happened to somebody, I'm sorry, but I've never seen that before. So as we get along into the movie, then we find out that that the couple has a volatile relationship, and obviously it's Megan Good and Corey Hardrick, and both have been through a divorce. Both said that they pull from what they've learned, but it was never abuse in the situation, which is great. But Corey, I have to give it to him. He actually played that part like he was like really, really evil. I was like, oh my gosh, like the epitome of you never know who you marry, but you definitely know who you divorce, right? So I was like, whew, this is crazy. I couldn't believe that she didn't get any of this prior to their relationship getting to this point. I thought that the premise of the story was really good. You know, I don't think that they ever said how it got to this point, but I guess in a way they did. He was always like that, and she just never seen it because she was so in love with him. But at a certain point, I was just like, girl, I mean, how did you not see this? And he had her parents fooled too, I guess, because they thought that he was the good seed out of the whole, batch of apples, I guess. And I'm like, I don't see how. Anyway, it comes to find out that even throughout her high school years when she was dating Dallas is what his name was, that he actually treated her bad and he spoke to her bad and just all everything, and she never realized it. But then there was another guy that liked her, and I guess she liked him. And at one point, her and Dallas had broke up, and they tried to date, and the family beat him up and put him in the hospital. That's horrible. Because Dallas had out of the blue came out and said that he wanted a divorce from her, now she felt like, well, her family was trying to fix her up with the guy that they beat up. And I'm sorry, I forgot his name, but they were trying to fix him up. And she was like, I'm not ready. But we already knew what was going to happen. I mean, he kept talking to her and finding a place to, meet up with her and everything. And he had gone through a divorce. So he like said, oh, if you ever need to talk, and I'm here, whatever. Of course, she was in a vulnerable situation when she decided, if my husband don't want me, and he made a whole scene at her house, or at her job, I should say. She went home, and that was a prime opportunity. But being the good man that the guy was, he was like, no, we're not going to do anything right now. I thought that was really, really good. I was like, oh, good. Don't do it. Don't ruin it. So anyway, after everything happened, the divorce and everything, they did end up getting together. And Dallas ends up breaking into the home and threatening her. And she was like, I'm not scared of you or whatever. But at a certain point, the family decided they was going to kill the guy's animals that was on his farm, and also try to beat up his dad, strong armed her mom. And I'm just like, throughout this movie, you stayed in denial into the last 15 minutes of it. Now, who I did like was her friend, and I can't remember her name either, but her energy and attitude, I'm like, you should have had that from the beginning. Because when Dallas came in and made a whole scene at their job, she was the one that confronted him, and not Megan's character, which again, I don't remember her name either. But the friend was like, I don't give a damn about this job. I'm like, that's the energy you should have had a long time ago, girl. Not your friend, but you. And she never had it to me until like the end of the movie. Now I want to run it for you and tell you like exactly what's going to happen at the end. It ended up being good, but some of it was just unrealistic and was like, girl, what? I mean, anyway, you have to take into consideration that it is a Tyler Perry movie. It has to have some light parts and there's some laughter or whatever, or shock value, I guess. And this time it wasn't the wigs. But I would say, go ahead and watch it. I'm not going to tell you not to. I'll be interested to hear other people's opinion. I mean, it was just okay for me. It wasn't, oh, you gotta watch it. It was so good. And I would never tell somebody that because that's just my opinion and that's what I got from it. Yeah. So there you have it. Divorce in Black, Amazon Prime. Go watch it.
And plus she do shows. She cover all like hands, knees, and toes. Don't lollygag, no, she just rolls. Then it's on to the next one, on to a fresh one. Ha. Said it's on to the next one, on to a fresh one. Tanesha's tip coming all 3 speakers. Good honest reviews, book shows, and the movies all getting featured.